It's 9:20 a.m. on October the 16th of 2021, and this phrase has entered my mind. It's time to prepare for winter. Um, and winter does come, and with winter, it has the normal things that are associated with it, the darkness, the coldness and stuff. But that's why it's called winter, because it's dark, it's cold, the sunlight doesn't stay as long as it used to, and the warmth that we normally would take for granted with the changing of the season, it is replaced by coldness, a cold, dark winter. Good morning, everyone. So that's the phrase that entered my mind. It's time to prepare for winter. So that's what I'm doing too, and I just wanted to get on here and share that with you, that if you have winter clothes, this would be a good time to go through your winter clothes to see what you have and see what your family might have and see what you don't have. Do you have enough warm clothes? Do you have enough warm blankets? And are your winter clothes, could they use another washing? Could your blankets use washing before the winter months get here? Okay, it's just preparation, and it would be nice if when the cold winter came, the darkness came, or any unforeseen event came, that you were prepared. You had warm clothes, your family had warm clothes, you had warm blankets. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Um, yes, yeah. So, and as you're going through those warm clothes that you have, and if you see that you don't have, maybe that warm coat, or you outgrew your coat, your children might have outgrown their coats or shoes, and you need to get them something, you can go to the thrift store, you can go to a secondhand store, a Goodwill, and look. Okay, I personally do not have a problem at all going to a yard sale or a thrift store, a secondhand store. I don't have a problem at all going there and buying clothes. I'd much rather do that because you've got a bigger variety, and you'll find things that might be more to your liking than a department stores where you have to pay a lot of money, you all. Yeah, you want to make sure that your family stays warm, that you stay warm, no matter what comes, because anything could happen. A change of events. All it takes is one event in our life to change at any given moment in time, even at any given second. And it literally can send a domino effect all around the world, globally. Okay, yeah, and with times being the way that they are, you never know when the critical infrastructure that we depend upon for, basic human needs and rights, water, electricity, and all that kind of stuff, they might go down for one reason or another. So you want to be prepared in that area. You want to make sure you're able to stay warm. You want to make sure you've got food, you've got water, food, clothing, and shelter. And if that were the case, so you might want to, if you have any type of plastic or something, you could put over your windows, or, for people who don't have good windows that seal, sometimes a lot of air blows through those windows or your doors, and like some duct tape or something, or maybe you might have to section off a portion of your house to one room to stay warm. And or, some people had to do that during, if you live in a climate, an area where there is weather that gets cold and it's unpredictable, they've had to corner or section off parts of their house, and even if you had a tent. So you could even put a tent in that sectioned off area. If you had a big enough tent, it literally will keep the heat, the body heat inside you. Well, I'm just talking about it's time to prepare for winter. Okay, winter's coming, and it could be a different type of a winter, even though we're going to be entering the seasonal winter. But the seasons of life, they change too. They do. They change too. Yes, hello and good morning. Yes, hello everyone. Hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Thank you for tuning in, because it is important. I know I've been saying that word important lately, but yeah, it is important to prepare for the change of seasons. And we've seen a lot of life-changing seasons within the past 2 years. Okay, we have. You, yeah. Yeah, you all, please do this for your family. Make sure, if you have children, make sure they don't freeze to death. Okay. Make sure they have warm clothes because children, as they go through their years, their body changes. Okay. Their body changes. They grow taller. Okay. They get bigger until they reach adulthood. So they really might need a nice warm winter coat and or a nice pair of shoes that they may not have right now. Okay, they just might. And that would be a loving thing for you to do for your children and for those in your family, especially if you have the ability to do that. Now is the time before when you want to get it, when the season changes rapidly and you think, well, I'm just going to go out now and get it. As with food in the stores, when there's a run on the food, they disappear. There becomes a shortage. So now would be the time to make sure your children have warm clothing. Go to that secondhand store, go to that thrift store, see what they've got for your children and for you. Because you know, people have gained weight during this season of life. They have. And maybe your winter clothes are not going to fit you the way that they used to. Now, granted, we all gain a tad bit of weight during the winter time, but this time we've gained a lot more. People have gained a lot more. So please do that for yourself and your family. I am serious about that. I really am. Maybe you might need a hat. Your children might. You can pick up hats for like 99 cents and stuff. If you go to the store, you're going to pay a lot more money. You really are a real store. But you could probably, if you can go to yard sales or something, I don't know how it is where you're at, but prepare. Get your winter clothing in order. Go through it all. It's not much to go through because, you know, you got long sleeves, you got thicker clothing, long sleeves, jackets, and that shouldn't be hard to find. It shouldn't be hard to separate. Okay, it shouldn't. And some nice socks and shoes. Prepare. Okay. And, you know, another good thing you might want to have if you don't got, you can like get a staple gun and get some extra staples with it for when you might want to staple up something to your wall. They come in different sizes too, to staple off a doorway if you don't have a doorway or something, to or to your window if you don't want to spend all that money on duct tape, which is a lot of money. Harp is completed in, yeah. Yeah, that I don't think that ever went away. I really don't. I do not think that Angels Don't Play This thing has ever went away. It's in fact, it's been even more fine-tuned. They did a lot of fine-tuning on that, you all. They did. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that's what I'm feeling in my spirit, and I want to come on here. I came on my Facebook, and I shared um, the same thing on my Facebook. The need to prepare. It's the right thing to do. Okay, you can look around, you can see what's going on, and did I say that? What if the critical infrastructure goes down? Okay, what if it goes down because people can't go to work or they don't go to work? That could even be like your grocery stores and stuff like that. It could even be that. You just want to have something simple, something you could eat out of a can, something you could heat up. And while you're going to those thrift stores, look for candles because normally you can get them a lot cheaper, even a lot cheaper than you can in a Dollar Tree or a store like that. You might want to have a little bit of candles for some light. Or, you know, well, if there was light outside in the wintertime, you could get those solar lights that they still sell at the store really cheap. You could have a solar light that can get power during the daytime, and you can use that light at night. Yes. Yeah, the water heater. You know, your water heater also, you're talking about water heaters. I need to do this personally. I need to drain my water heater because over time your water heater builds up that all these deposits within it. And it does have a drain hole at the bottom. You turn on that little spout. You're supposed to hook a water hose to it, drain that water out, and then I guess somehow fill that water tank back up because it's got a lot of sediment in it. It does. It might help make your water heater last a little bit longer. I have personally not done that one bit since I lived in this house, so I am just as guilty. I am just as guilty. I've thought about it. That's as far as it got. A thought. I never put that thought into action. And I should go down there and I should look to see how I would do that with that water heater. Just strain it out, even though it's a tad bit cool. Okay, it will autofill. Oh, that's wonderful. That's good to know because I don't know how they do it. I don't. Yes, was it bang bang maca bang? I didn't see what a bang bang. Hello, Apple Brooks. Hello, Susan B. TV. Yeah, hello everyone. Let me just back up on here. I'm trying to see. You're not on. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not on Facebook as much as I used to be at all. This is my main platform right now. It is my main one. To come on here, it has a wider range, and I'm not as shadow banned on here as I am on Facebook. I've got 116,000 followers on Facebook, and I'll be lucky if some of my posts, 26 people see them. Yeah. So it's okay. It's all right. It really is. Good morning. Yeah. Gina, your warmth can dill my winter. Thanks for sharing. Yes. You know, love is the light that's in this world. The love that's inside here is the light that's in this world that this world needs. Okay. Our love is that light. Okay. It comes from a greater light. But I'm not going to be on here long at all. I just wanted to say it's time to prepare for winter. It is. Go through your winter supplies, your winter clothing. Make sure you have a coat that would fit you. Gloves are very important. And if you're like me, if you were little, you didn't have gloves. Your mother gave you socks to put on your hands to keep your hands warm. And if you were to go out in the snow, well, you would have like plastic bags you could put on your feet if you didn't have snow boots or things to keep your feet warm. You could even put plastic bags on your hands, on top of your gloves to keep your stuff. There's all kinds of ways you can improvise. Even though you don't have the money, you can improvise. You can. You could even probably use large trash bags and stuff to keep you dry in the winter when you go out. If you don't have like, or even in the rain, it's okay. You're not too good. You're not. I'm not too good. If I had to, if it was pouring down rain and I didn't have a raincoat and I didn't have nothing to cover me up and I had like a trash bag or something, I would put that over me to protect me. I'm not too good. I'm not. I'm not too good to do what it takes to improvise and to survive. Okay, that's survival instincts that kick in. Okay, you're not too good. One day you may have to do things like that in order to make it. You might have to improvise. Okay, you may not have the things, the comforts of life, the comfort clothing for that particular winter or whatever season that you would need. You may not have access to that, and you will improvise. Just like the people who are out on the streets, cardboard boxes to improvise, anything to keep warm. And someone shared this with me too, that you can crumble up newspapers if you have newspapers or something and stuff it in your clothing. It keeps you a lot warmer too. That's another insulated barrier, another barrier you have. Okay, you can All kinds of ways. All kinds of ways to survive, you all. You got to get that survival mindset kicking in. We can let that kick in. You know, they said that's left over from the reptilian brain. They did. I did a video on that, the reptilian brain, and I never heard it explained before. I never knew we had, like, they scientists said we had like this reptilian thing that it kicks in survival mode. It does. Oh my goodness. If there be anything good left in it, there would be that survival mode. It helps us survive. Now I'm just, but it's kind of funny if you think about it, but you got to have that survival. People are in survival mode regardless. They're in survival mode. They're doing what it takes to survive. If you want to survive, that's what you'll do. It might sound like a game, Survival of the Fittest. You ever watch that movie, the series, Naked and Afraid, or Naked and Alone? They take these people out to these areas. They have to take their clothes off. It's a man and a woman or whatever, naked and afraid, and they send them off into the wilderness, wherever it is they go. And I think they get to take one tool with them. And they got to survive for however long it is, you know, and people don't make it. I don't know if I could make it. I don't. It makes you think, why did they make why did they make series like that? Why did they have to make shows like that? Why did they? Was it subliminal messages that were sent to the human population, to the viewers who were watching those shows? Was it an experiment in human behavior with willing participants to get on there, to be the naked and afraid or naked and alone? Was it an experiment put out there for the whole world to see? Okay, yeah, all of that. Yeah, that's what I'm just thinking. Yeah, they've studied the human so much. They have studied this human race so much on every single level. Human behavior. Well, this human right here, I'm sure they studied me too. I have people who study me. They study my body motions. They study the clothes I wear. They study the words that come out of my mouth. I am critiqued. I am dissected from top to bottom. Every movement, everything. I am dissected. That's all right. You go ahead and dissect every single part of me when I do live videos. Go ahead and do it, or every video, if that makes you happy. I have nothing to hide. Nothing at all. I hope you learned something from it too. If you're watching this, somebody's watching this video, I hope you learned something by watching me, something good in your pursuit of trying to dissect everything I say and everything I do to find something bad. I hope that you find something good. I hope it hits you like a ton of bricks. I really do. So yeah, you all, that's okay. It's all right, you all. We need to prepare for winter. Go through your clothes, go through your children's clothes, all of that. And it's a good time to wash those clothes. Make sure they're nice and clean now before any critical infrastructure goes down. I'm not saying it's going to go down, but it could go down. Anything's possible in our world. As you can see, our world can literally flip-flop from one moment to the next. But your children they probably need some nice warm clothes since they grew through the year, and you might need some nice warm clothes. And you can go to a thrift store, you can go to a Goodwill and check out what they got. Get it while you can get it. Okay, get it while you can get it at a price that is good. Yeah, so you all, that's right. That is all right. I am going to go. I just wanted to get on here and share that with you. And you may say, well, I don't feel motivated. Let me be your motivation. Let me motivate you. Go through your winter stuff right now. Okay. If you don't have what you need, go to the store and get it while you can get it. Okay, I'll motivate you to do that. I will encourage you to do that. And you'll find that once you get your gears in motion, once you start moving, you'll gain momentum. You will gain momentum. The more you do, the more you'll be able to do. You just need that kickstart. You just need to stick that foot right in front of that other foot, and then you're on your way. You'll kick in that mindset. You'll get going. You really will. So with that being said, thank you all for being on here. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come on here and listen to what I have to say. but I felt led within my spirit to share it. Whenever any phrase like that might come into my mind right then and there, I am going to stop everything I do and I'm going to come on here and I'm going to share it. I don't like to delay. I don't want to delay it. Okay. The window of time is closing. Okay, it's closing. So thank you all once again. Thank you, moderators, for everything that you do, and thank you for making this a nice place for you to come together and talk freely with one another, chat with each other, and share your thoughts with one another. It's good when you have a pleasant, peaceful place to do that. Okay, it is. So with that being said, I'm going to say it again. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you and thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please click like on this video if you haven't subscribed. Hit that subscribe button and check out my other videos. I cover a whole lot of topics. I really do. Whatever enters my mind at that time, whatever I feel led to focus on, I'll do it. It may not be for everyone, but it'll be for somebody. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you again. Love you.